Paul gets first dibs, right? Right? I told Boots about your live stream.
What's up?
But you're a very special jailbird. A special jail.
Free at last. Free at last.
In the truck.
Let me just tell you guys something. I wouldn't suggest going to jail. It's horrible.
I heard the bologna was good.
What?
I heard that bologna was good.
That bologna is like delicatessen type stuff.
Been there in a year or so, huh?
Yeah, it was less than wonderful.
Yeah. Screw that.
Screw yeah, there.
We're all lining up for this one.
Yeah, we are. We really are.
Yeah, X-rays out also.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, X-rays out
Yeah,
now.
X-rays out, yep.
Speech over in DC.
I was just watching the see what actually happened. Sorry, I had to pause it.
Good to be home. I'll get ready to leave back out. It's good to be home.
I've got an order for your call.
Okay. Oh, well, good. Yeah.
I haven't heard anything on
I know
Big
one
D
thing,
yet.
I'm sore from my neck down.
I haven't heard about Big D
That
yet.
bed is horrible. I think I'm getting old.
They didn't shove nothing up your nose, did they?
Huh?
They didn't shove nothing up your nose, did they? Good.
No cover for
You don't need to get tested when you go to jail.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry.
Come on in here.
Everybody hug Santa today. When they took you, I said it's almost like miracle.
Yeah.
Welcome home, Tanner.
See, it was the prenup.
Yeah, Big D will be back soon. I believe he'll be back soon.
Yeah, it shouldn't be as bad as mine, I don't think.
I didn't go.
Hey, X-ray was in today too. But he's back now.
X-rays out?
Yeah, he's out. Yeah,
They really didn't
yeah,
have nothing on him.
he's back downtown.
Yeah.
He's back
They
downtown.
get them people out of there?
That was
I don't know.
That was
They take their nose.
I watched
Yeah.
it and they were really, really
They
agitating.
were. Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, they came and got me. Everybody was very professional, very kind.
Oh, there's people going to get Big D. Don't worry.
The,
He'll be out soon.
DC Metro had a detective. Cool guy, man. He's really cool. Really cool guy. Because when they asked me, who do you want to call, I said, I'd like to call my mom, but I don't remember her number. The number I do remember was the first phone we ever had. And we had it for 100 years. But Michael Milichek. I've seen him. Anyway, he's a detective. He had a pair of shorts on, a Smashing Pumpkins t-shirt. I don't know, I think he had flip-flops on. I can't remember. Just a cool dude. But then the Maryland State Detective was there as well. Say anything to him. So I have to refrain from answering any questions until my attorney's present. Oh, that's cool. So everything's fine. Then Detective Milichek, he said, could you speak to us on why you're here, what you hope to achieve, things like that, and maybe we can help you. I said, yeah, I don't mind that at all. So we started talking about it. We talked for over an hour. It was over an hour. And about halfway through, he looks at me and goes, this is not turning out like I thought it was going to turn out. He said, I was expecting you to be very confrontational, very aggressive, and all of that. And I said, it's not at all. I said, and I just explained to him why we're here, what we hope to achieve, and just my speeches I've been giving. That's basically what I was telling them. So, yeah, that went real well. The night was horrible due to the bed. At the first place they took me was a concrete bed, which I understand because it's basically their drunk tank. You know, you want something to hose off pretty easy. And then the second place, they told me they were going to take me down to a bigger holding facility. It looked like a prison. It had about maybe 20 cells per floor. So they took me up to the top first. I walked in. It's a metal bunk, no mattress, no pillow. I didn't have any shoelaces. Didn't have my belt. And these pants, I should have had two. Look, it's like that right there. I got the belt tightened up as tight as I can get it. And anyway, as soon as they took my belt off, I'm like, oh, I was holding my pants because I don't want that on video. And so went up there and crawled into that bunk. And years ago, a few years ago, back in 2016, I went on a camping trip. Did not have my blow-up mattress. I slept on the ground. No big deal. I don't think I can do that anymore. I am sore from my neck to my ankles. Just horrible.
You big truck sleepers are pretty nice, aren't
Well, I'm telling you, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'd sleep a little while and wake up. My shoulder would be hurting, or my wrist, my hands would be asleep. So it was really, this is the way I was sleeping. I was like this, you know, using my fist and my hand as a pillow. And I got a bruise here because I started doing this, like this. And I'd wake up and I'm like, oh, that's. So it went on and on and on all night long. I was so tired. I'd only had like 40 minutes sleep the night before. So I couldn't stay awake, but I couldn't sleep either. All day long, it was the same way. And everybody there was. The middle of the night, they moved it down to the bottom, and the guy said, be quieter down here. I said, okay. Because guys, the bunks are metal, so when you get up off of them, they pop, you know. And so when you lay down on them, they pop again, and some guy was crying. So he took me down there, and I slept really good there for a while. And then they brought about 8 guys in all at one time, and they were still wound up from the night. So, but all in all, it was not a horrible experience. I mean, I can no longer say that I've never spent a night in jail. Those days are gone. But I made it till I was 57 before I spent a night in jail. I'm pretty proud of that. But anyway, they did what they had to do. So, like I told somebody when I came out of the courtroom, if you're in a fight, you really think you're never going to get punched?
Yes, I know X-rays are.
Then as I was standing there at the courthouse, giving a press conference like this one right here, somebody brings it up and shows me Big D. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Not long after you got
What's that? Not, he wasn't
Yeah,
on at all.
long
Like
enough.
When you were
He was
coming
getting
out,
released.
they were
They waited outside.
Like within a
They
minute.
waited
They
outside.
waited out here, and as soon as you got released, all 3 of them came in,
Yeah.
and I knew that one of us was going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Big D.
I was looking at the video going, okay, Big D, just let him. They cuffed him in the front.
Yeah.
Oh,
were
the
nice.
so
They
the
was nice.
officers that come out, they were just doing their job.
Yeah.
They
Very
got the
professional.
order from above to do it, and they were.
This sheriff and this sheriff's department here in this county,
Very professional.
awesome. I cannot complain.
You could tell it wasn't nothing they wanted to do.
Right.
Just something they was told.
I think his experience will be a little better than mine because of where he's at. I do have to go to Maryland on Monday and turn myself in there. It's not over, that was all that was an extradition hearing. They were Maryland had asked DC to extradite me
He was in the middle of marrying these two right here.
Yeah, so he's in the middle of officiating.
Yes, these two got married, and they didn't do nothing. till it was
In
done.
Maryland, and then they come back,
Okay.
and he was officiating it. And then he had to sign the paper, and the sergeant on duty actually got Big D back out of the cop car, pulled his pen out, let Big D use his pen
Okay.
to
So he could
sign it.
Yeah,
He signed
it was
it.
incredible.
Yeah. In his cuffs, yeah.
And it's good.
Oh yeah, they love them cuffs, and I like flex cuffs better than I do the metal cuffs. We found that out. In the back of a paddy wagon, no place you want to take a ride. Or, is that it? Bless his heart. Bless his heart, man, it kills me. I thought I was the only one going to get hit. But,
Can I ask one question? Did you give them permission to move your truck? I just wanted to know.
I didn't do anything
Yeah,
about it.
'cause the officer that got in, I thought that was unnecessary.
It's illegal.
Illegal.
It's
But
illegal.
I thought maybe you gave him permission. I didn't think you would. Yeah.
I thought they towed it.
No.
They-
It says it in the papers too that they towed it, but they
I got
didn't.
charged a tow bill.
No, they did not tow it. They drove it off.
Well, now I don't know how many blocks they drove it.
I heard that they drove it to get it out of the area and then they towed it, but
Yeah, I have the number
I
for you to call.
looked at it, don't see any damage. So.
Okay, good.
I heard he hit the car in front of me or the truck.
Hit two vehicles, yeah.
Two vehicles.
Well,
We're waiting for
talked
video
about it.
evidence. There's not been any contact.
Hippie, I have a picture of him
Why do
backing
you think they waited?
into a
You
truck.
were just talking to Oreo earlier that morning on the bench.
Let's
I have a
let's
picture.
break that down. Let's unpack that. Why did they wait until we got to DC? Because they wanted to shake us.
Yeah.
They could have, the reason they said that they asked DC, they'd done that the night before, the day before. They filed the arrest on the 5th. So they knew we were coming to DC, and they were just waiting because they wanted to disrupt the protest in DC. And so it's, they're playing politics, and that's okay. We knew that stuff was going to happen. We just can't let it shake us, can't let it deter us. Actually, when we were riding to the first stop, I was smiling ear to ear because I was like, "You guys think you're hurting us? And
No.
everything they do to try to hurt us only helps us. It only makes us stronger." And I was like, "You guys think you really just done something? Yeah, you did. Yeah, but it wasn't for your side.
That makes the Patriots blood boil.
Yeah.
You knew we weren't leaving.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
You knew that. It was suggested, but never. Like, no way.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back down there tonight and see everybody. And
I think that'll be wonderful.
I'm gonna sleep on the way down.
Good idea.
I was running x-rays because, he was doing other things, and it came, somebody, I don't know who it was, it came across behind the building after they'd walked you down. It came across, it said at least 50 police officers is behind that building.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and about that time, there they was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It happened. They happened that fast.
Well, when they started walking me out, I saw all these cops come out, and they were, you could see there was concern in their eyes and stuff. And I'm like, what did I do? I thought they were coming after me. Like, what did I do? I've been nothing but peaceful. Then I realized they were looking behind me, and I turned around and I saw everybody running towards us, and I'm like, these two are getting ready to meet. And that's not going to be good, So I yelled back. I forget what I yelled. This is about stand down. Stand down. Stand down. So I
It
yelled.
got pretty crazy for a while.
Yeah.
They had SWAT
And-
there.
And we've got to address that because
Yeah.
this is not what we want. That is not the face of the movement that we want. I know people are upset, people are angry. I think what it was everybody thought I was getting arrested because we were there. I didn't even know until he told me. He came and got me, and he said, "Can we step away from your live streams? I got something I need to tell you." I thought he was going to give me some information about a threat or something. He said, "I don't think you're on the live stream." So I just went along with it. I told Oreo somebody else was following us. He said, "Hang on just a minute." And we got a little bit further up, and he said, "I have a warrant for your arrest for marijuana." I said, it shocked me. And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "What for?" He said, for the incident July 4th. "Oh, okay." He said, so I'm gonna put you in handcuffs. And I said, okay. So I just put my hands behind my back. But they waited, and the reason they gave for waiting to get DC to do it was I don't have a permanent residence. And I said,
X-rays in DC. You know he's out
residence
yet.
on my license. He says, yeah, but you're staying at that camp up there. And I said, I've stayed at that camp longer than I stay at home. You know, the reason that residence is it's been my business address since 2014 because I'm gone all the time. And I have someone there that can get my mail and open it if something comes in. You know, they let me know about it. So, yeah, it was a poor excuse, but, you know, they wanted to do exactly what they done. I'm glad they done it. It worked out perfect. I mean, I had 7 live streamers going on. So,
You know how many regular TV channels showed up?
I mean,
There was more than that.
Was there?
They
Channel
kept
9.
coming
Was
to
there?
oh, we're getting ready to do a video on that.
Yeah.
Because Oreo told me that he identified a bunch of, see, we were told that press was coming down to talk to us earlier that morning. So I was trying to stay awake until they got there. It's the only reason I was still awake. I was exhausted. And so I thought they were coming. No, they knew this was going to happen. Oreo said they were standing behind trains and stuff, waiting for that to happen. As soon as it happened, they started coming out taking pictures. So we're going to identify those cowards and call them out. That's all out. You know, if all you wanted to do is just, you know, want to get me getting handcuffed, then you're wrong. You know, there's a message here that we're trying to get out. How about let's do the interview on that. And this is what we're doing now. You know, this is called a protest. See how many times Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was arrested? You know, do you know how many times his people were arrested? You got to be willing to take the hit. Freedom isn't free. We've said that for years. Now we're starting to see that it does cost. We've always said that about our soldiers. It's really about all of us. It's going to cost us something. First time in my life I've ever been arrested. First time in my life. I've not had a speeding ticket since 88 or 89. I've got an overlink ticket from a little town in Illinois that was a scam. The guy sits there and waits for trucks to come down that road so he can make $100 off of it. And I forgot about one the other day. I was talking about it. I was actually telling the officer last night. It dawned on me. I do have one other run-in with the law. It's when I first moved to the home I just sold. Not from that area, and I had a new shotgun. I wanted to see what the turkey shot was on it because I wanted to go turkey hunting. And they said, "Oh, we got a shooting range out there." My buddies that lived there got a shooting range out there, so we went out there. There's a cop or a game warden sitting right there. He pulled up while we were shooting. And he's sitting right over there, and I told my buddy, I said, "He's not sitting there for no reason. He's there for a reason." And so my buddy said, "No, shoot one more. Just shoot this one right here. Let's try this one." I was like, man, I felt it in my heart there's something wrong. So I went ahead and loaded it in, pulled up and I done my shot, and it just started easing over. I was like, what it was just after the sundown, and the range closed at sundown. So the guy gets out and he begins to tell me my infraction. I was like, oh, okay, my bad, you know. And yeah, I'm wrong. Then I looked at his name tag, same last name as my mom's maiden name. I said, then were you related to? He said, all of them. I said, we're cousins. So we got to find out that my great uncle is his grandfather. And he still wrote me the ticket. And I shook his hand. I said, good for you. You know, I don't know him. I mean, I will. The next family reunion we go to, I'll know him. But no, he's good. If I'm wrong, I'll take it. But,
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
What's happening on Monday? What does that look like for you?
I am going to try to meet with this detective, and it dawned on me after he left what he was saying. He was asking how he could help us. So I'm going to talk to him tomorrow and see what, you know, maybe he's got a place we can go and do our protest, and that, you know, just want them to quit harassing our people. This harassment, I'm telling you, I will step it up in a heartbeat if they keep harassing us. They will not dictate how we protest. They don't dictate anybody else.
When that officer was taking your truck, Shelley fell off that fire truck, and that officer just would have ran over if they hadn't stopped him. He just kept going. He left the scene of an accident with a woman laying in the middle of the street.
Well, in his defense, when you're in this truck here, you can't see anything in front of you. I mean, it's got to be 6 feet in front of you, or you're not
But
gonna
when
see.
he was told there was a woman in front of him, and he should have shut it down.
Well, when you got, I'm not defending, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But you know, if I'm in a group of people that are yelling and screaming and cussing,
Not very happy.
yeah,
And he needed to get
it's
out
probably
of
get
there.
out of there as quick as you can too. But you know, we can't be doing that. You know, if I get arrested again, or if anybody gets arrested, we've got to stay calm, take it as an opportunity to put out our message, why we're here, what we're doing, what we hope to achieve. So, I came up with a good line last night when I was talking to the detective too. He said, "Well, that's a big task." I said, "Yeah." And I said, "It's like a big ocean liner. You don't turn it all at once. It's not like a speedboat. It's not like a sea-doo. You know, it's going to take time to turn this, but we can." And I flat told him, I said, the reason I'm doing this is because there's a lot of people out there that want to take the Second Amendment route. And I said, well, that's a nuclear option. There's a reason why countries don't want to use their nukes. It's the aftermath. It's not good. Things will never, ever be the same again. And if you think it's hard getting bread,
Well, forgiven,
rice,
Nightball is a
just use
computer
your
system.
grams and your gas,
It's
right now,
probably used caps
can you
locks.
imagine if it goes to a Second Amendment overthrow of our government? Guys, that's not a good option. It's not a good option, especially when there are ways we can do this where we don't have to use those options. You know, it's there. I believe in the Second Amendment, but we're not at that point yet. We're years and years away from that. And I told him, I said, what's going to happen? He agreed with me. I said, what's going to happen? What I fear is going to happen is there will be an event that will be, people are angry, people are upset, people are tired of this. There's going to be an event that happens that just triggers everything. And it's going to be, and it's not going to be pretty, and it's not going to be overseen. And I said, I'm trying to keep that from happening. I said, man, I appreciate it. He was just blown away. He thought I was some radical, crazy guy. That's what everybody tells us. Yeah. Nothing radical about me. So that's my fear. That's why
Maybe it woke him up, Sam.
I hope so.
May I ask a question? So, how many jokes did you tell him?
Well, when the guy was taking my mugshot, which I have a mugshot now. Has anybody seen it?
No.
If you get it, I'd like to see it, because you know it's going to be posted.
Oh, yeah.
But when he took my mugshot, he got the 1776 into the frame. And I saw it come up on the computer, I'm like, oh, cool. You know, I realized it was high enough it might make it. I thought that'd be really cool. And he did, he got it about right here.
Wow.
But then he cropped it and took off part of my beard just to get the 1776 out of it. It's like, really? So then he had me turn left and had me turn right. And when I turned back around, those photos were up there. And I told him, I said, now I see where my granddaughter gets that big head she's got from. He said, she got a big head. I said, yeah, she got a huge head. So I thought it was from my son, but no, I think it's from Papa too. Yeah, we crack some jokes, had some fun. Yeah, I'm always going to do that.
Well, there's a lot of people looking forward to seeing you.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing them too. And I can't believe Gibson go to start it.
Yes.
Thank you.
I saw your
Yes.
face when I told you.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, on the way here tonight, Was that Loudon County with that
Yes.
the sheriff passed in a pickup truck and his thumbs up and
Yeah.
it goes by.
Loudon County.
Loudon County.
What a swamp, Loudon County.
And what your was it the GoFundMe account? $17,000 in 24 hours.
Give them go.
Gives him go.
It's 20 something now.
Yeah, it's over 20 now.
Yeah.
It's just mind blowing.
And it was instant.
22.
By 6 o'clock, it was $5,000.
But we don't want you back in prison for another $20,000.
$20,000, man, I could go to prison till 3 more times.
Might be where you need to go get your night's rest.
No, it was horrible. Somebody said this, he's probably having a good time. Nobody's knocking on his truck door. I was like, no, I was not having a good time. It was horrible. Miserable. I'm exhausted. I was exhausted going in. I'm really exhausted now. So, but it was, it could have been a whole lot worse. It could have been a whole lot worse. I'm just thankful God is good. They could have kept. I thought they were going to keep me through the weekend. I thought that was the plan. And a good judge came up and I got a $500 bond, but I don't have to pay it unless I don't show up. It's sometime in August. It's not that far away, really, is it?
No, it's not.
But I'm going to Maryland Monday.
Okay.
I'll be rearrested there.
Can we convoy there? I think that we
Do a
need
slow
to
roll there.
we need to do a convoy there.
But anyway, Monday they'll rearrest me, and he told me, this is the officer, the detective that I talked to last night, really nice young man. He said, you come in early, so be here by 8, that way you can hit the court docket early, and you don't have to spend the night in jail. I said, thank you for that information, I appreciate that. So I got arrested about 8 o'clock, 8:15, something like that. But by the time I got to the jail, it wasn't that much later. I'd already missed, it's a big deal. They got us up like at 5 o'clock this morning to take us over, so I had missed it. At first I thought, no, you don't miss it at 8 o'clock in the morning, but it's a big deal. And I had to, actually I was turned over to U.S. Marshals. They do all the extradition stuff. One of the U.S. Marshals came up and was talking to me. Actually, he's the one that shut me down, patted me down, and he said, "What they charge you with?" And I said, "Traffic violation." He goes, "I know you." I said, "You do?" He goes, "Yeah, I've been following you." And then after I got in, they put me and one other guy in one of the cells. It's a big holding cell, just 2 of us in there. He came over and talked to me about 20 minutes. Really nice young man. Law enforcement is going to be pivotal in this. That's why we got to treat them with respect. We don't want to drive them away from the truth. We have to, because they are right now. They feel like they're being forced to carry out things they really don't want to carry out. This year they had to. It was only right to do so. This is, but they're also being asked to do things that they didn't sign up to do. Why you that were with me on 270 when I was driving away from them, I told them, I said, we're out here fighting for your rights too. We want you to be able to be the police officer that you wanted to be the first time you put that uniform on.
Yep.
Every one of them officers had a completely different idea of what they were going to be as a police officer than what they actually are. And they wanted to help people. They've got servants' hearts, and they love to be servants. They love to work for other people. They love to help other people. But because of the political climate that we're in now, they're being asked to do things that they know they shouldn't be doing. But it's how long did it take us to wake up? How long did it take us to be willing to give it up? So they're just now starting to feel that same feeling that you felt, a couple years
Kelly, I
ago.
got your mail.
And they're just looking for somebody to lead them. And there will be somebody step up and say to all my officer friends, we've got to quit. We've got to quit this. And when that happens, then the powers that are trying to be tyrannical, that are being tyrannical, they lose their power. There will always be somebody that's willing to do that because they believe like the powers believe. But these officers will stand up. I believe it with all my heart. These officers will stand up and they will say enough is enough. We're already seeing it like this county here. Had a young man Staying here early on, he was talking to us. He said, anytime they ask me to do something that's unconstitutional, I will take off my badge and I will take off my gun. I will not do something. But he's got a good sheriff that's teaching him the Constitution. But anyway, as for Monday, the only thing I really got on the books right now is going to Maryland and trying to get this dealt with. And how much are the fines? I'm assuming I got the same thing that D got.
But you had them first.
Less than
There's
$500.
criminal charges and traffic violations.
Okay.
The difference is D has an inactive case, and they're not listing these charges.
Oh,
They're saying they're there. We can't find them. They're not. They're not there.
Looks like yours was.
When I called, they said there was one. When D called me, there's three. Disorderly conduct, peaceful, disturbing the peace, and impeding traffic.
I have one also, failure to follow the.
All right. Well, there's difference between traffic violations and criminal charges.
Okay.
So there's 6 total. So there's 3 traffic violations and 3 criminal charges.
So, okay. We knew that going in. You know, every one of us knew going in that this was the possibility. So here it is. It is a reality now. I just wished I'd have known it before that cop came up and said, you know, I got a warrant for your arrest. I mean, could have told me I'd have showed up and did, you know, but that's not what they wanted. They wanted this
Right,
pony
exactly.
show.
They wanted to make it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they thought that we would go off on that. They thought that we would.
Not
Never
only
left.
go off, but go away.
Yeah.
You ain't going away.
We never left on it.
No.
This morning, before they put the cuffs on Big D, one of them turned around and said, "We put the cuffs on, are you guys going to come with our backs?"
There's only 3 cops that showed up. We informed them that we were
We will
peaceful.
not. We'll be
But that
peaceful.
wasn't the only reason we were here.
What's that?
That wasn't the only reason why we were here.
What?
They said they were here for 2 purposes. So.
Okay. I wasn't here, so it wasn't me.
No.
But
No, it wasn't me.
Wasn't
No, it
me.
wasn't you.
so anyway, we just got to remember to keep her calm, keep her cool, stay peaceful. You know, if we have to go to jail, we have to go to jail. Just, you know. I've said all along the American people will stand behind us if we stay peaceful, and they are. They are.
You know what? What I said was, all the lefties and all the big wigs sitting in their air-conditioned offices have been writing checks for a very long time. What they don't realize is this little tiny group here that, they're just, you know, an ant, you know, on the law. Well, guess what? We have some people sitting in air-conditioned offices too. Yeah, we do. So
We got
get
some
ready.
truck drivers. I've seen some videos. Sean put out a video. I haven't got to watch it all. It's like 15 minutes long. But man, he's rallying the troops. I love what he said. He said, "You guys said that they weren't going to do anything. You weren't going to be a part of a parade again, and blah blah blah." I said, "Well, obviously now they're doing something, so it's time for you. Your excuses are running out. It's time for you." You know how Sean talks. I mean, Sean just he's just really open and forthright. So. But Sean, we love you, buddy. We love you. Appreciate you. Anyway, it's as my good friend always says, a great philosopher. Everything's going to be just fine.
Yeah. Did I read that?
I've seen it. It's in writing too. Yeah.
I hear that.
So everything's going to be
I
just
think
fine.
that's a new quote. I've never heard that one before. That's a new one.
Raptor did an
Anyway.
excellent job taking care of things in your absence.
Well, good.
He really stepped up to the plate, and he did a wonderful
Raptor's good, man. I was thinking on the way here. I've been literally on the phone all but maybe the last 20 miles. I was sick. Oh my goodness, I stopped and got me something at McDonald's real quick. And I ate too much and I ate too fast. And so anyway,
I got some Pepto.
I might need it tonight. But I thought, man, I haven't called Raptor, so hopefully on the way back before I fall asleep. 'Cause I knew it would.
They would have a lobster on my way. They would have a lobster and they said,
Yeah.
I wish they'd have kidnapped me before they had lobster.
I don't know if they were doing it.
I've never had lobster. I mean, I've had like lobster tails there, but I've always wanted Maine red lobsters. You know, you go in and pick it out and have them cook it for. I've never had one. It's a bucket list thing.
I'm sure they're really good.
Being in jail was not on my bucket list. For some reason, that one never made it to my bucket list.
I know, he told me, he said he's like, I'm coming back for your ass. He's gonna get you.
I says, why, aren't campers allowed here?
Yeah. I was like, oh,
We miss our Santa. We go in and miss him. I'm so glad. Hey, we miss him. Seriously,
2 hours.
why they really did? Why they can always say, hey, this is not a sin. Because that's how I feel. I didn't go because you told me to go.
But I would be
And
back.
I didn't go.
I really want that.
I went.
I really got 2 hours. And I
What are they going to do with us all?
I will
Look
say,
at that guy there, acting solitary.
when they let us out, they had us turn around.
Santa said we could do a better job.
Just for a second, I caught some of the people's faces that I knew. They had masks on about the head. I was like, where are you? And I said, oh, looks like Joe. I'm like, Joe's not even here.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe's here.
Yes.
So, and Quincy's here, and a new guy just came in that I had never met before. He told me his name, but I can't remember what it was now. But, so it was good to see everybody. I look back and saw all those people. I'm like, oh my goodness, they found me. I was like, how'd you guys find me? I didn't even know where I was. I had no idea until I walked out the front door. And I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of.
Yeah, last night we were told that you were going to go out up here to Maryland.
Yeah, no. But what was supposed to happen was that hearing this morning was an extradition hearing. And the judge could have put me back in jail and waited for Maryland. Maryland has 3 days to come and get me and take me back. So,
Bob has something to tell you.
It was like as soon as we were arrested, all of our numbers just started exploding on our Facebook
Yeah.
pages and our live feeds. And,
I actually have viewers now.
Today I heard.
what did they do to hurt us?
My phone hasn't stopped ringing.
I don't want them to learn. Well, don't. Let's keep on doing
and you know, it was cool last night. I mean, I didn't sleep all night. There was 3 or 4 of us just kind of kept eyes out. There were cops at one time. I think there was 11 cops parked all around that area just watching. They weren't. They didn't bother
And we
us.
were escorted out when we drove back here. We were escorted out all the way to the bridge.
I really do believe that they want us, they want to help us.
Yeah.
They don't want to arrest us. I really feel that. And so tomorrow when I talk to him, we'll figure out, what we need to do. But the other thing is I know that with every protest, if they don't listen to us, and I believe what's happened so far will get us the attention that we've been praying for, that senators and representatives are going to start to contact us. So, I believe that's, everything happens for a reason. I did not want to do the protest on July 4th. I didn't want to do it. I hate that kind of protest. I abhor that kind of protest. But it had to be done. It had to be done because we're being ignored by the mainstream media.
Not so much anymore.
Oh, they showed up after we were gone.
I've read most of the articles that they like watched them all. They even watched them.
The Washington Post wrote a whole big article.
There's one good one out from Ortho. There's one good one out. Yeah, it's good. It shows you our line. It shows us coming up. It's not negative.
Which one was that?
The 7. I have it. I can ABC 7. I think.
So we just carried
It was
on.
good. It was good.
Just keep pressing forward.
If we left you, would you get some sleep?
Trying to get news.
No, I'm waiting on Mario. He's coming to get me and take me back. So,
She cut out all this. Yeah, she said she cut out everything.
So those are 2 big ones. This 2 gets you back on every day. And I did it right away. Gets you back
What
on.
can we do to help you from here on out? I mean, we've held the line. Several of us stayed last night.
I appreciate
And,
that.
yeah,
I
we
was
weren't
worried.
leaving.
I thought, they may go home.
Oh no! Oh my God! No! I had a hard time finding somebody.
A lot, some did, but
They were
your
diehards.
Oh, they were.
We hung in there.
Oh yeah, they were like, we're staying.
Santa,
we were
after
there.
we saw what happened yesterday morning, we found a way back up here last night. We were the only live streamers here until Oreo and everybody got back last night.
Thank you. Thank you. I love every one of you.
Love you too.
Thank you.
We
I
love
was
you.
so mad. I was
We don't want no
crying
cold in our
yesterday.
stocking.
What's that?
We don't want no cold in our stockings.
No, you don't want any cold.
But if it comes down to that,
You might get one lump of coal, but it'd be a small. I love you guys.
There you go, guys. You heard it. Santa's back and out of jail.
I had like, when I come in, so one time I had like over 60 people. Close one, man.
I'll trade you.
Huh?
How many
Trade
do you
you.
have?
1200.
Almost think this didn't year because the property didn't do a very good job. I think the best service to the property was on the thing this did again was just to do the pretty back job.